All right, so let's go over a traditional Service Cloud demo. Now, the first step in the EDO is always to reset your demo data to make sure you've got good stuff in here. And once you do, you could really just open up any case you want. Right from the homepage, you could just open up a record, and all the cases are pretty much going to look the same. So it doesn't matter which one you click, and you can give the demo. But if someone wants to see how cases are created, well, then we can kind of start a little bit earlier in the process. And I'd recommend making sure your omni-channel is turned on and that you're available. And then you really want to send them this link. You can copy the link right from that button there, and you can give the other person you're demoing to the link to that page, okay? Or if you just want to play both parts yourself, you can just click that button and go to that page yourself. But once that person goes to that URL, they have a couple ways to create a ticket. They could run through the chatbot flow, and I have a video just on the chatbot that you can watch separately, or they can fill out this web to case form. Okay, so they can put in their name, their email address, a problem, an issue, and hit submit. And when they do that, they'll get routed to like a thank you page, and you as the agent will have this case automatically routed to you. So you can take a look at the case, make sure that it's something you have time to take on, and when you're ready, you check that box and the case will automatically open up and you can see all of the details. Now you can give the rest of the demo right from here using this case. And if you weren't using Omnichannel, then you could go to the list view and you could open the case manually from the list of cases. So here I've got a list of all open cases, and if I sort by case number, you'll see that the newest case created is the one that we just made from the website a few seconds ago. So you could open it up and you could give the rest of the demo from here. But personally, I think using an existing case, something else, would give you a better demo. So I'll just pick one at random here, the one with Rachel Harris. All right, and so now this is the ticket that we're gonna work on. So one of the first things I'll typically do is show people around the case page layout. Show them the separate components on the side, show them how they can view records or edit records from here. But the whole idea is that you can customize these pages to have the information you care about, okay? And so we're trying to put relevant information all over this page. Now, as an agent is working this ticket, they're going to do things, right? They're going to change the case status. They're going to look at related records. They might want to look at the individual specific fields on this case. Maybe there's some really specific details you need to update. Okay, and as you're going through solving this problem, you're going to need to communicate directly with the customer. You're going to want to send emails. You're going to want to make updates to this case. You're going to make chatter posts about this case. You're going to create tasks or other records around this case. Here you can see I'm creating an opportunity. So maybe I heard an issue where this problem requires that the customer buy something new, or there's an upsell, cross-sell, so I can create an opportunity. I can even use the knowledge base component on the right. So if they have a particular problem or an issue that's common, we can search the knowledge base, find an article that applies that can help, and we can either embed the full body of that article as text or embed a link to that article in an email, and we can send that out to the customer. Now, if you notice, now that I've sent it out, the status automatically changed to we're waiting on the customer. We've sent you something, we're waiting to hear back. And if you check your email in a minute, you'll actually have an email from the EDO talking to you about your issue. And just check your spam, make sure it didn't go into your spam folder, but just reply to it. As long as the email still goes to the support@ email address that we've got there, that email will come back into Salesforce. And so if you just refresh your page, you'll see that it actually does show up in the case feed. So whatever your reply was really did go back to Salesforce and really did get routed back to that case. All right, and so now that you've responded to the customer and maybe you've proposed a solution, you can start marking items off of their SLA. Okay, so now you know we've hit these key milestones. So you can do all these things manually, right? You can change the status of the case, you can send emails, or you can use macros. And so we've created a couple different macros, and there's a whole video just on the macros so you can learn more about them. But the macros will take many actions at once. You just click one button on a macro and it'll do 2 or 3 separate steps for you, saving the agent time and hassle. And once this case is closed, you'll see that it's no longer showing up in the open cases list view. Okay, and that's it. You've now completed this one case. You've taken it from creation to assigning it to the appropriate agent, having the agent accept the case and become knowledgeable about this customer and their problem by gaining context of what's going on at the account. They use the tools on the case like the knowledge base and the macros to resolve this issue more quickly. Their communication with the customer was all threaded in one place like the email to case feed that you saw there. And when they're done, the case is closed. All of this is being tracked and available for reports and dashboards, and you're ready to take on the next issue.